6th Global Anniversary Sugo Fest news are finally here. We have been waiting for so long, but in this video I'm going to be covering everything we know so far about the upcoming Anniversary Sugo Fest for the global version of One Piece Treasure Cruise. If you want me to do this more often, definitely subscribe to the channel and also leave a like, I would really appreciate it, and it's absolutely free. Before I dive into the news, I want to give a huge shout out to the One Piece Treasure Cruise Discord and Mr. Match for all the information about the Sugo Fest. I got all the information from there and some of the images as well. So I will leave a link to the One Piece Treasure Cruise official Discord in the description and also to Mr. Match's Twitter. You can also follow me on Twitter, that link will also be in the description, but enough with the links. Let's get to the news. First of all, this Anniversary Sugo Fest will be a Super Sugo Fest, meaning that Roger and Oden will both be pullable from all the parts. From the first part, actually both of them. From the other parts, part 2 will have Oden, part 3 will have Roger. Unfortunately, we do not get a global first Sugo Fest exclusive unit, but we pretty much expected that at this point. The Sugo Fest will also be divided in 3 parts. Part 1 will be from February 25th to March 4th, Part 2 will be from March 4th to March 9th, and Part 3 will last from March 9th to March 19th. We actually do not know for sure that all of the parts will be available at the same time, but by looking at the dates, we can see that Part 3 lasts twice as the other 2 parts, and we can speculate that probably all of the parts will be available together from March 14th to March 19th. Before I move on with the news, I would like to express some of my worries with other things that are not confirmed for this Sugo Fest, because they are very important to have in mind while I go through the steps and the other information. First of all, we do not know if every legend will be available just in their respective part or appear in the other parts as well. So for example, we know Luffy's Sanji will be in part 1. But we do not know if Luffy Sanji will also appear in parts 2 and 3, just with a lower rate of appearance. Now, the French anniversary hit the nail on the head. Shanks' crew was available in part 1, but also in part 2 with a lower rate. In my opinion, this is exactly what needs to happen in this Anniversary Sugo Fest as well. Luffy and Sanji should be available in part 1, and of course have the higher rate out of every other legend available, but Germa 66 and the 3 Sweet Commanders should also be available with lower rates, and the same goes for the other parts as well. The other thing is that we do not know if we are actually going to have limited legend pools, just like it happened in the first Super Sugo Fest with the debut of Roger and Oden. There we had, for part 1 and part 2, a list of 25 legends that were pullable with the exact same rates. Here we don't know for sure that it's going to happen, the community is speculating that it will though. My problem is that in the Roger and Oden debut banners, both of the parts were actually released at the same time. That doesn't happen here. Part 3 actually comes out 10 days after part 1. So if we indeed have limited legend pools, Bandai should absolutely day one notify everyone and let it be known what these pools actually contain. Because if we know only the part 1 limited legend list on the day 1 of the Anniversary Sugo Fest and part 3 is 10 days away, you can't really know how to spend your gems or even real life money correctly depending on what you are missing. So they should definitely do that, otherwise it would be pretty shady. But if we do not have limited legend pools, the story is obviously different. Let's continue with the information for now. This Sugo Fest, other than being a Super Sugo Fest, will also be a 15% legend rate one, meaning a little bit over 3 times legend rate, just like we saw during the World Cruise Sugo Fest. Along with the release of every individual part, we will also be getting 2 free multis for each part, meaning 66 free pulls or 6 multis. These multis will not have Roger or Oden available, but they will actually have the new debut legends, meaning Luffy and Sanji, Germa 66, and the 3 Sweet Commanders. Other than the units that are actually shown in the banner artworks, we do not know any of the raid boosted characters for any of the parts. What about the structure though? This is very important. Is it good or no? Let's take a look at it. Let's begin with the first multi, and thankfully in all of the parts, all 3 of them, it is a discounted multi at 30 rainbow gems. I am very thankful for that because it actually did not happen in the World Cruise Super Sugo Fest or last year's anniversary. So thankfully it is here this time. Multi number 2 actually is different for every single part. For part number 1, the last poster is guaranteed to be the new rare recruit Nami or the new rare recruit Capone. In part 2, the last poster of the second multi is guaranteed to be the new limited PEROSPERO. I'm certain you have seen a lot of people talking about it, and I'm going to make an analysis video for that PEROSPERO unit, so make sure you subscribe to the channel to not miss that. In part 3, the last poster of the second multi is guaranteed to be a Sugo Fest exclusive character, meaning of course a legend. From now onwards, all of the steps are actually the same in all of the parts except the one that guarantees the new debut legends. Multis 3 and 23 guarantee the last wanted poster to be a selected Sugo Fest exclusive character. That probably means that we can pull a specific legend out of a very small pool of 5 to 7 legends maybe, or in a perfect world we could maybe select one legend we want specifically out of a pool that Bandai will give us, but that actually sounds too good to be true. For this step to be good, of course, we need to know the actual pool of legends in these 2 steps. Multis 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 and 24 only cost 1 rainbow gem, which in a 15% legend rate up Sugo Fest is awesome. Then multis 5, 11, 18 and 22 have the last poster guaranteed to be a Sugo Fest exclusive character. And while this is pretty standard, it is also very good in a Sugo Fest like this. Multi 6, 10, 15 and 19, the last poster is guaranteed to be a raid boosted character or Sugo Fest exclusive character. We do not know the raid boosted characters as I said, but this will probably include both the new rare recruits in Nami and Capone and also the debut legends in each part, or all of them if they are available. For multis number 7 and 9, we are actually going to see a 6 times legend rate, meaning a 30% chance for you to get a red ticket. We have also seen this step in the first Super Type banner with Vitus Snakeman, and it was not the best. But multi number 14 actually has a 12 times chance for a Sugo Fest exclusive unit. That makes it 60% chance for you to get a red ticket, which of course is an incredible step. Which is also obvious from the fact that they actually included this step in only one multi, number 14. And finally, for multi number 25, you are guaranteed to get the new debut legend in each part. Luffy and Sanji in part number 1, the Sweet Commanders in part number 2, and the Germa 66 family in part number 3. This seems like a very decent structure and it is a really promising one, but we still need some question marks answered around this specific Super Sugo Fest. Will we have a limited legend pool for each part, and what are the units that will actually be included, and what are the rates, how many units will be in the pools? We need these questions answered. On top of that, what units will actually be included in the selected Sugo Fest exclusive ticket for step number 3 and 23? Will all the debut legends be available in all 3 parts, or each part will only contain one of them? We still need a lot of answers for this Super Anniversary Sugo Fest, but it does look promising so far. For now, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more in the future, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Of course, since this video is now pretty much done, you can also check the one on the left, where I actually analyze the full anniversary batch with all of the new legends and rare recruits in there. Or you can also check the video on the right if you would like to. As always, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.